Hello students, in this video we are going to solve the questions of January 2023 IIT JEE paper shift to section B numerical value type questions. So now question number 21 says that let S be this set, then the value of this notation, this summation you have to find. Here all the theta is nothing but the solution of this first equation S. So we have to find out the solution of this one. Whatever we are getting after solving this one, these will be the values of different values of theta after solving. So now our trigonometric equation is tan pi cos theta plus tan pi sin theta, okay, now is equal to 0. So this equation we can solve like this: tan pi cos theta, which is same as minus tan pi sin theta. So now here it will be tan pi cos theta. This minus sign I can write as minus of pi sin theta. So both sides having the tan, and we know that this formula we have, if tan theta is equal to tan alpha, then theta is equal to n pi plus alpha. So this is our theta and this angle is whole angle is alpha. So theta is equal to pi cos theta is equal to n pi plus of alpha. This minus pi sin theta I'll take on the left hand side. It will be pi cos theta plus pi sin theta, which is equal to n pi. You remember that this n always is integer. Now removing pi or cancelling pi from all sides, we have cos theta plus sin theta, which is equal to n. So now this is a trigonometric equation, and this equation will be solvable if we have some criteria, because here the maximum and minimum value of this function is root over 2 to minus root 2 to plus root 2. How can we get this result? All of you know about it, a cos theta plus b sin theta. So its maximum value is root over a square plus b square, and its minimum value minus of same thing, root over of a square plus b square. So here a is 1, b is also 1. So now here we have the range on the left hand side. So that means n should belongs to minus root over 2 to plus root over 2. But n is also belongs to the integer. N is integer also. So if you take the intersection of these two, you are getting the value of n is minus 1, 0 and plus 1. So now we are going to solve these equations for minus 1, 0 and plus 1. So now we have cos theta plus sin theta, case 1 when it is minus 1. So squaring both the side, so we have 1 plus sin 2 theta, which is equal to 1. So this will imply sin 2 theta is equal to 0. So theta is nothing but n pi. Theta is nothing but n pi. So here n I am taking different m pi, where m is our integer. So theta is equal to m pi by 2. Okay, na m pi by 2. So here restriction is also given on theta, that theta cannot more than 2 pi. Okay, na. So for different values of m, we have 0, pi by 2 theta. If I put 2 pi, it will be pi, then 3 pi by theta, 3 pi by 2. If you put 4 here, you are getting 2 pi, but this value is not allowed. So now among these 4 value, what you observe that this is our original equation from where we start and doing squaring. So here if you put 0 cos 0 1, so this solution not satisfying. pi by 2 cos pi by 2 0, sin pi by 2 is also 1, not satisfying. Pi is satisfying, 3 pi by 2 is satisfying. So from here we have the solution is one is pi and other is 3 pi by 2. So when you consider here, instead of -1 plus 1 if you are considering, so our two more solution we will include 0 and pi by 2. So what will happen, the third case if I consider, that is a cos theta plus of sin theta is equal to 0. So next we have cos theta plus of sin theta, and which is equal to 0. So from here we have tan theta which is equal to -1. That means tan of pi plus pi by 4, or tan of not pi plus pi by 4, pi minus pi by 4. So it is in the second quadrant, pi minus pi by 4 and tan 2 pi minus pi by 4. So more two values of theta we will get. One is 3 pi by 4 and other is 4 into 2 8, 7 pi by 4. So now we will get all the values of the theta. Now we are going to calculate what will be the value of this expression. This expression we want to calculate, sin square theta plus pi by 4. So now our expression is sin square theta plus pi by 4, and over the sigma theta belongs to the solution set of S. First we are taking the 0 value, so it will be sin square pi by 4 for theta equal to 0. Next we have smallest value is pi by 2. So next we have sine of pi by 2 plus pi by 4 minus cos pi by 4. So it is nothing but cos square pi by 4. Okay, now next is, so this is for theta equal to pi by 2. Next value, so 0 I am taking, pi by 2 taking, then pi. Sin pi minus theta is minus sin theta, squaring is there, it will be plus sin square again pi by 4 we have here. Theta is equal to pi. The pi is also taken. Now next is 3 pi by 2. So sin 3 pi by 2 is cos, and cos is positive, square is there, 3 pi by 4 only. 3 pi by 2 plus theta, cos theta, cos square pi by 4 plus, next value is here 3 pi by 4. 3 pi by 4 plus pi by 4, that is 4 pi sin square pi, and next is sin square 8 pi by 4, that means 2 pi. So this value becomes 0, this value becomes 0, this will become 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and also 1 by 2. So 4 into 1 by 2, 2. So 2 is the correct answer. So hope all of you understand this concept. Now coming to the next question, 22. The area of the region bounded by the curve, two curves are given. We have to find the area of this region bounded by this curve. Okay, now so first of all we draw the axis. All of you notice that this y square is the quadratic in y. So every quadratic expression represents a parabola. So y square minus 2y, which is equal to minus x. So now adding plus 1 on both sides, it will be y minus 1 whole square, which is equal to minus common x minus 1. So we can compare this equation as a standard parabola 4a minus capital X. Here capital X is nothing but this one, capital Y is nothing but this one. So vertex is 1, 1, and your parabola is left-handed parabola with vertex 1, 1, and axis is parallel to the x-axis, and your parabola is also passing through the origin. So now this will be look like your parabola. So here vertex of the parabola is 1, 1. Here the vertex of the parabola, this one is 1, 1. Okay, now another thing is one curve is there, that is x plus y equal to 0, so y equal to minus x. So there is another line, a line which cuts this parabola at 2 points and passing through the origin, making the angle as a slope 135 degree with the positive direction of x-axis. 135 is the angle of inclination of this line. Okay, so now we are going to find out, we are going to calculate this area we want. So here if you take the strips on the y-axis, it is very comfortable to draw. Here they intersect, one point is here, that is 0, 0. So y-axis, x-axis means y equal to 0. So one line I have y equal to 0, another line we can draw from here. So this line we calculate, what is the equation of this line. So where they intersect, these things we have to find out. So first of all, here y square minus 2x is equal to minus x is the equation of the parabola, which is same as minus x is nothing but y. From this equation we get, okay now. So minus x is nothing but y. Now we are going to solving this one. So where we get x, we have to put y. So y square plus 2y minus y equal to 0. Here also I am plugging the value of y is minus x, or x is minus y. So it is y square plus minus x is y. Okay, let me clearly solve this equation. My target is I am going to find out y value. So now x is equal to minus y. I want to put this value x equal to minus y in this equation, parabola's equation, y square minus 2y and minus x. So this minus x is become y. So what we have, y square minus 2y is equal to y. So y square minus 3y is equal to 0. Y common, y minus 3 equal to 0. So we have y equal to 0 or y equal to 3. Y equal to 0 we already find out. So this will be y equal to 3. So therefore we are getting the range of the variable y. Y vary from where to where? 0 to 3. And we consider the strips horizontal strips. That means strip stand on the y-axis. So we are going to calculate the area. Y equal to 0 to 3. Right handed is the parabola. So x dy, the value of x is 2y minus y square, and then we have x dy, x is minus y here from the straight line, parabola minus a straight line, then dy. So what we actually have, this is I integration 0 to 3, we have 3y minus y square dy. Now after this the simple calculation is there. When you do the calculations, you are getting 9 by 2. So this is the area. Acha, they call the area as A, not I. So these I am calling as A. This will be the A. Now we are going to calculate 8 times of A. 8 into 9 by 2. That means 36. I hope all of you understand this concept. Okay. Now next question is question number 23. Here you notice that 2 AP series is given and their ratio is 9 by 5. So first series I call S1, 1 cube, 2 cube. In this way, sum of the cube of the first n natural number is given, which is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. and then whole square. So you have n square, then n plus 1 whole square, and then by 4. Second is the denominator, which is present in denominator 1 into 3, 2 into 5, 3 into 7, in this way up to n terms. So this we can write as n into 2n plus 1, then n is equal to 1 to n. So here we have n is equal to 1 to n, 2n square plus n. Now take the summation, so it will be n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1, then whole divided by 6. Here we have n into n plus 1 by 2. Take common, n into n plus 1 by 2 common. So what we have, 2 times of 2n plus 1, then whole divided by 6 plus 1 is left. N into n plus 1 by 2. Then we have 4n plus 2, then 4n plus 2. Achha, from here since we have taken 2 outside, from here we have taken 2 outside, so it will be 3 only. So now 3, then whole divided by 3. So it is n into n plus 1 by 2 into 3 6, and here 4n plus 5. So this is S2. Now S1 S2 ratio is given. So S1 ratio n square n plus 1 whole square by 4, and here S2 ratio is given, this one. So it will be 6 times of n into n plus 1, and then 4n plus 5, 4n plus 5, and this ratio is given as 9 by 5. Okay, now so here the simple calculation is there. So 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, n 1n cancel out, n plus 1 cancel out with this one. So we have n plus 1, then these 3 cancel out with these 3. So in the upper part we have n times of n plus 1, in the lower part we have 2 times of 4n plus 5, and which is nothing but 3 by 5. So do the cross multiplication, you will get one standard equation after multiplying, and this will be 5n square minus 19n plus, sorry, it will be minus 30, which is equal to 0. 5n square minus 19n minus 30 equal to 0. So complete the factorizations. So you are getting n minus 5, then 5 times of n plus 6 equal to 0. So from here we have n is equal to 5, which is accepted value. Fractional value we have to reject. Fractional value we don't want. Okay, now going for the next question. Okay, now next question is question number 24. A vector A is given, vector B is given, and the product of the vector A and C, product of the vector dot product B and C given, cross product of A with C is same as B with C. Then you have to find A dot B, what's its value, modulus. So now here one vector is unknown, that is C vector. Okay, so now try to calculate A dot B. A dot B look like in this way, 1 into 3, 5 into 2 minus 10, lambda into lambda minus lambda square, so it will be minus 7 minus lambda square. So now A dot B, and this will be same as 7 plus lambda square with its modulus. So now this is the A dot B value. Okay, now so this here, if we know the lambda, then very easily we can find out what will be this value. Okay, now how can we find? We have to utilize these given conditions. So first of all, I consider our C vector is look like xi, yj and zk. This is our C vector. Now taking the dot with A with C, A vector is given as this one, I, 2j and lambda k. So if you take a dot c, you are getting x, 2y and then lambda z, which is equal to 1. Next we are taking b with c. So b vector is 3i minus 5j minus lambda k, and c vector is xi, yj and zk. Take their dot product. Okay, so this value is given as 7 only. Taking their dot product, so what we have, 3x minus 5y minus lambda z, and this value is given is minus 43 by 2. So now I have 1 and 2. These two equations I have. Next I have to take the cross product I, j, k, which is same as I, j and k. So a cross c is same as b cross c. A cross c, a হচ্ছে 1, 2, lambda, x, y, z, b vector 3 minus 5 minus lambda, and this vector x, y and z, x, y and z. Okay, now so their cross product is same. That means if I take I component, it will be 2 times of z minus lambda times of y, which is same as minus 5z plus lambda y. So this is equation 3. Take j vector, j along the j component is x into lambda, negative negative cancel out, x into lambda minus z, which is same as here 3 into x into lambda with negative sign and then minus 3z, that is 4. Number 5, component of k cap, y minus 2x, here 3y plus 5x. Now this will be 5. So we have these relations. So here you notice that I am giving you some hints. It is a little bit lengthy questions, so just you have to simplify the calculation. First we utilize 5. From 5 I am trying to find out x in terms of y, x in terms of y. Okay, now so I am getting x in terms of y. This value I am going to put here in 1 and 2. So if I replace x in terms of y, so 1 and 2, these two equation will become the equation of y and z, equation of y, z and containing lambda also. The variable is y and z. Now my next target is I am doing the simplifications. Now I am finding out from here z, and whatever the equation I am getting here, I put these values of z here. So what I have, I again getting the two equation. So from here I am getting equation 6 and 7, which contains y, z and lambda. In 6 and 7 I put the value of z. Okay, now I am going to replace z again in terms of y. So for this purpose, z in terms of y and lambda I am taking not 4 but 3. I am utilizing 3 here, and in the equation 4 I put z in terms of y and lambda. So I am getting two equation 8 and 9, which contains y and lambda. Now solving these two equation, I am getting y as well as lambda. After getting these two values, you can easily find x and y. So what will happen, x and y? So x and y you find, x, y, z is already you can calculate. Y and lambda you calculate the x and z from here you can find. Then you can calculate lambda also. So now your c value is known. Your c value is known after that. So now you have to find this value. So When you calculate the lambda, you notice that your lambda will be plus and minus 1. After simplification, lambda will be plus minus 1. So you put here lambda and the value will be 8 only. This will be the correct answer. Little bit calculation is here, that's why I have given you this question as a homework to simplify these all equations. Nothing worry about it, no tricks is there, only the simplification is the matter. Okay, so do carefully so that avoid the calculations mistakes in calculation mistakes you have to avoid. Okay, now coming to the next questions. Now here we have question number 25. 25 is very common question, all of you know about how to find the shortest distance. So it is very simple questions. Two lines are given in space, we have to take the projection. If you miss my first video, then again go back to the shift one and you notice that this kind of problem again is there, and we have already solved this by the concept of projection. So now here you shortcut you can apply here. So this point is nothing but minus root 6 and root 6. B point is lambda 2 root 6 and minus 2 root 6. Okay, now so now your first line traveling along the vector 2, 3 and 4. This line moves along the vector 3, 4 and 5. What you have to do, you have to take the cross product of this one and take the projection of this one on this line. The cross product is, suppose this line whatever this you can say that B1, this direction is B1 vector, this direction is B2 vector. So you have to take the B1 cross B2 and then its unit vector dividing by B1 cross B2. After taking this unit vector, you have to take the projection of AB on CD. So projection of AB on CD, which is nothing but AB vector dot unit cap of this vector. If I call this vector is JEE vector, so then JEE cap you have to calculate. Okay, now so AB vector, first of all you have to find AB vector. So B vector minus A vector you can do. So lambda minus root 6, it is lambda plus of root 6. 2 root 6 minus root 6, only root 6. Minus 2 root 6 minus root 6 minus 3 root 6. So we have calculated this one. Your next task is find the cross product. So here 2, 3, 4 and 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4 and 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 and 3, 4, 5. We have to take the cross product of this one. So what will be the answer? 5 into 3 15, 15 minus 16 minus I cap, then this one again 2 into 5 10 minus 2 J cap, and then 4 into 2 8, 8 minus 9 minus K cap. Okay, so this is the vector. Take its unit vector. Along this we have to find the modulus also. So its modulus will be 1 plus 4 plus 1. That means root over of 6 is modulus. So now shortest distance is nothing but lambda root over of 6 comma root 6 comma 3 root 6 multiply with this vector minus 1 minus 2 minus 1, then whole divided by root over of 6 and whole modulus. So lambda root 6 with minus 1 minus lambda minus root 6 minus 2 root over of 6 plus 3 root over of 6, then root over of 6 whole modulus. So now this will be what we have, this root 6 and root 6, this cancel out. So we have lambda by root 6 only. Okay, now what we have, lambda by root 6. And in the question what they have given, the shortest distance is given as 6. So now what we have according to the question, this is nothing but 6 given, and here we have what they are saying in the questions. If it is then the square of all the possible values of lambda. Okay, all possible values of lambda we have to calculate. These and these cancel out. So lambda by root 6 is equal to 6 only. So lambda is equal to 6 root 6 with positive negative sign. So 6 root 6 whole square, then again minus 6 root 6 whole square. So 36 into 6. 36 into 6 we have again plus 36 into 6. So we have 2 into 36 into 6. 12 into 36. 36 into 12. 432. This will be the answer. I hope all of you understand this concept. Okay, now our next question is question number 27. Now our next question is question number 26. Okay, now very important questions. This type of questions always come in the exam. So this question says that the sum of the coefficient of the first 3 terms in the expansion is this, then find the coefficient of x power 4. So first of all, in this question we have to find out what is n value. So to calculate the n, one condition is given, the sum of the first 3 terms. That means if you say first term, second term and third term, this value is given as 376. Now first term, you know that NCR, here r is 0, NC 0 plus first term whole power n minus 0, and second term, so here is slightly mistake is there in questions, it will be negative. Okay, now so now next is 3 by x square is whole power 0. For T2 we have NC1, first term whole power n minus 2, second term we have 3x square power 1. So you have minus power, here also you have minus, power is 1. For third term we have NC2, then first term power n minus 2, this will be 1, sorry, this power is 1, and the last term minus 3 by x square, second term will have the power 2. This value here the only the coefficients, here you have to take the coefficients only, not the binomial coefficient, except the x value you have here. This summation is 376. So we have to consider only this one 376, but we don't have any x value here. So now what we do, if you take the coefficient, this is not coming, only NC0, this value is not coming, but here minus 3 will come, minus 3. Okay, now so from here we get minus 3 only, and here this term is not coming, here not coming, only the 3 square, that is 9 will come, minus 3 square, that means 9, minus 3 square will be there. So now I want to say that NC0 minus 3 NC1 plus 9 NC2, this value is 376. NC0, you know that it is 1. 3 times of NC1, which is equal to 3n. 9 times of NC2 value, you know that n by 2 factorial, n factorial, and then n minus 2 factorial. It is n into n minus 1 by 2. So 9 times of n into n minus 1 by 2 only, which is 376. If you do the cross multiplication and simplify, you will get one quadratic equation, 3n square minus 5n and minus 250, which is equal to 0. Simplify it, do the factorization, it will be n minus 10 and 3n plus 25. So you know that accepted value is 10 only, because n is a integer, which is a natural number. So if you get the n equal to 10, then you have to find the coefficient of x power 4. So I am taking the general term tr plus 1, which will be 10cr first term First term is x, power is 10 minus r. Second term minus 3 by x square, its power is r. So now you have 10 cr, x power 10 minus r, then minus 3 whole power r, and it is x power 2r. So if you take x power 2r on the numerator, it will be 10 cr, x power 10 minus 3r, and then minus 3 whole power r. So by the condition 10 minus 3r is equal to, they say that it is 12. So therefore 3r is equal to minus 6, r is equal to 2 only. R is equal to 2. We have got r is equal to 2 value. What they are asking in the questions, they said that find the coefficient of x power 4. So x power 4 has the coefficient. So coefficient of x power 4 is equal to 10c2, then minus 3 whole power 2. That means you can say that 9 times of 10c2. 10c2 value you can find out, and you it is nothing but 45. So 9 into 45, answer is 405. Now going to solve another questions. Now we have the question number 27. Here you notice that in this question, let f be a differentiable function on the closed interval 0 to pi by 2 such that fx is what type of function? It is non-negative function, and it is also given that fx plus integration 0 to x ft root over 1 minus log base c ft, then whole square is e. Now find this value, we have to calculate. X belongs to 0 to pi by 2. So now first of all we want to break this integration sign. For this we have to apply the Newton-Leibniz formula, and if you are going to apply the Newton-Leibniz formula, you have to do the derivative. So now by using Newton-Leibniz formula, Newton-Leibniz formula, we have, by Newton-Leibniz formula we have derivative of f is f dash x. Now here you know the formula, Newton-Leibniz formula. If it is phi x, if it is psi x, and if you go to apply the derivative of fx ft dt, so it will be value of the function at the upper limit, then the derivative of the upper limit minus value of the function at the lower limit and do the derivative of the lower limit. So value of the function at the upper limit, it will be f of x root over 1 minus log e f of x, then whole square here, and this value of the function at the lower limit, it will become 0 only, because ft you have to calculate fx. So now when you are going to calculate the fx is what? Fx is 0. Fx is 0 only, because now how do you get fx is 0? From the initial conditions. In these conditions, if you put here, then what you are getting, here you have the value of the function at the lower limit, then the derivative of the lower limit is 0. That's why the next part is 0. But if you are eager to calculate f of 0, it will be e only. F of 0 is e. So the second part becomes the 0 because of the derivative of the lower limit is 0. So 0 derivative of 0 is 0. That's why this part become vanish here. Okay now. So now we have e only. So this is same as e. This value is equal to derivative of e is 0. So now df dx I can write as dy dx. Here fx I am going to write y root over of 1 minus log y base e whole square equal to 0. So here I am taking y is equal to fx. So this is dy by y root over 1 minus log y base e whole square plus dx which is equal to 0. So now we have a one differential equation and we are going to calculate this one. Boundary condition is given f of 0 is e to evaluate the constant of integration. So now if you do the integration, what we have, this is plus sign. So now here we can apply the substitution, put log y equal to t. So dy dx equal to log y equal to t. So now 1 by y dy, here you can substitute log of y is equal to t. So 1 by y dy is equal to dt. So this will be dt by root over of 1 minus t square plus integration dx is 0. So it is nothing but sine inverse of t and it is x which is equal to c. So sine inverse of x, sine inverse of t is equal to c minus x. So therefore t is equal to sine of c minus x. Okay, now t is what? T is log of y. So log of fx base e is equal to sine of c minus x. So put here x equal to 0. So you know that x equal to 0, at x equal to 0 the value of the function become e. So now what we have, log of f of 0 and this is sine c minus 0. F of 0 is e, that is 1, so that is nothing but sine of x0, then that is sine c. Okay, now so therefore c is equal to sine inverse of 1, that means pi by 2. Okay, so now we have this solution here. From here we can find the solution. Log of fx base e which is equal to sine c is pi by 2 minus x which is equal to cos of x. So log f pi by 3 pi by 6 base e, cos of 30 degree is root 3 by 2. Now multiplying both sides by 6, so it will be 3 root 3. So now you have to take the square of this quantity, log f of pi by 6. Now square of it is 27 only. So I hope you can understand. This will be the answer of these questions. Okay, now going to solve another questions. Now next question is question number 28. Here they are asking one relation is given, but this relation is not the equivalence relation. So how many members, how many elements we have to add in this set so that the relation become the equivalence relation. So first of all, in this set you notice that elements a comma b, b comma c, b comma c and b comma d, only these three elements given. So you know that it is not a equivalence relation. So for you have to make it is reflexive, you have to make it is symmetric, and then you have to make it is transitive. So for reflexive purpose we have to, first of all we have to add a comma a, because this relation defined on a set which contains the four elements. So here a comma a must be present, b comma b must be present in the relation c comma c and d comma d. If they are present, so that means total, first of all to make it reflexive you have to add four elements. So for the symmetric purpose, AB given, so you have to add BA, BC given, you have to add CB, BD given, you have to add DB. So here you have to add these three elements, here 4, so total here 7. Now make it transitive. So how can we make it transitive? So to understand the transitive, I am drawing one figure here. Suppose this is A, this one is B, this one is C, this one is D. So relation present A to B, first of all reflexive, that means one loop is present here, one loop is present here. For the reflection we say that there is a one loop. For symmetric, one A to B, one bridge is there, B to A another bridge, B to C is given, B to C, then C to B is also another bridge is given. Now BD one bridge is given, BD, acha, not this one. One bridge is given, that is BD, B to D one bridge, then here D to B another bridge. So now you notice that A to C one road can be formed, because A is related to B, at the same time B is related to C, so we must have one relation from A to C to make it transitive. A to B, B to C, A to C. So if A to C present for the transitivity, if A to C present, then in the set to make it symmetric, CA must present. CA must present. So now two more elements we have to add, A to C, C to D. Is it clear? So therefore we can also say that C to B, B to A and CA present. Yes. So it is transitive. Up to this we have 9 elements we have to add. Now we have to check any more relation exist, like this. C to B, B to D, C to B, A to B, then we have B to C, A to B one relation exists, A to B, yes, A to B, A to B exists, then B to D, B to D, B to D exist, then AD must exist, A and D, though there should be one more ways, A and D should be exist, A and D. To transitivity, AD exist. If AD exists, then you have to check DA already present or not. AD. So here you have to add AD. To make it symmetric, you have to add DA also. AD, DA both present. So two more elements you have to add. AD, DA. AD and DA. AD and DA. Now if we coming from C to B, then we have a road B to D. CD is present, let me check. CD, CD, CP present, CD not present, but here C to B one relation exists, C to B, then B to D one relation exists, so there should be one more relation from C to D. So C to D one more relation exists, so therefore you have to add, to make it symmetric, D to C. D to C you have to add two more elements. Now what we have, D to C, C to B, DB, DB we have DB, DB, BD, yes. So now we can see that 4 are here, 16 plus 3 13, 4 plus 2 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 4 13. So according to me 13 elements must be added here. 13 elements we have to add, so that the relation will become the equivalence relation. Now going to solve the question number 29. Now coming to the questions, this one, the three sides of a triangle is given and their equation is also given. So this is A, this vertex is B, this vertex is C. The equation of the side AB is given, 2x plus y is equal to 0. BC equation, x plus p y is equal to 21a, and third one is x minus y, which is equal to 3. let P 2 comma A be the centroid. So P 2 comma A is the centroid of this triangle. Centroid of this triangle. Then find the length of BC. So if you want to calculate this length, BC length you want to calculate. So that means if you apply the distance formula, you should know distance formula. If you want to apply, you should know the coordinates of B and C. We have to find coordinates B and C. So how can we find this? Coordinates of B and C. This is very important to calculate. After that we can find. So first of all, if you solve these two sides, if you solve, you get these coordinates, and this coordinate is 1 comma minus 2. Okay, now suppose this coordinate satisfies this line, and y is beta or x is beta. You can take alpha also, no problem. If you take x is equal to alpha, then what will happen? X is alpha, then y is equal to minus 2 alpha. If you take here in this equation, if you put the coordinate of C as beta, y coordinate beta, then your x coordinate will be 3 plus beta. So C is equal to 3 plus beta comma B. Is it clear? So you get all the coordinates. Apply the formula for centroid. So some hints I want to give you so that you can easily calculate centroid. Centroid is sum of all the x coordinate dividing by 3. Here centroid is given 2 comma A. So from here you are getting some equations 2 comma A. So it is nothing but 2 comma A. Okay, now question number 29. Wait. Yes. So it is 2 comma A. This value is given as 2 comma A. We can write coordinate is 2 comma A. Your x coordinate, y coordinate, and that means all are given ABC. We assume alpha and beta. So from here you will get some relations in alpha beta with 2 and A. Okay. Now if you solve this, you will able to calculate this coordinate B and C. So now you should put here x1 is 1, x2 is alpha, x3 is 3 divided by 3. y1 minus 2, y2 is minus 2 alpha, and y3 is beta divided by 3. So you are able to find these coordinates 2 and A. With if you make them equal, you will getting the some equations, and if you simplify, you will get the relations. So now after solving, some result you will get. Okay, now just do the calculations. So now some results you are getting. Alpha you are getting as minus A. Alpha you are getting as minus A, and your beta value will be 2 plus A. This is the value of alpha and beta. Alpha is minus A and beta is 2 plus A. After solving this, now what you will do? This alpha beta again lies on this line. So you can substitute this value. Alpha P into minus 2 alpha is equal to 21. 21A. So from here, if you put alpha is equal to minus A Now 2 alpha with negative sign, that means 2AP is equal to 21A. From here you can find minus 1 plus 2P, which is equal to 21. So therefore P is equal to 22 by 2, that means 11. So you are able to find the value of P also, which is 11. Okay, now if you put these coordinates here, so you can also find the beta value. So now here x is 3 plus beta, P times of y beta, which is equal to 21A. So 3 plus beta P means 11 times of beta, 21A. You have 21A. Okay, so now 3 times of 12 beta, which is equal to 21A. Now 3 is equal to 21 minus 12, 9 beta. So from here you can also find the, after P you can also find the beta value. Okay, now P is 11. P is 11. Beta you can find 1 by 3. Check the calculation once. X is 3 plus beta, P times of y beta, 21. Yes, 12 beta. But here A is given, not beta. Slightly mistake is there. Wait. 12 beta is given. So now you can do one thing. You can find 3 plus 12 beta is equal to 21A. 3 plus 12 beta value 2 plus A, which is equal to 21A. Now 24 plus 3, 27 plus 12A is equal to 21A. Then 27 is equal to 9A. So this is 3. So therefore alpha value is minus 3 and beta value is 5. After getting alpha beta, you put here, you get the coordinates of B and coordinates of C. You can very easily calculate. Okay, now, and BC square will be nothing but 122. This will be the answer. Okay, now going to the last questions of this paper. Now this is the last questions of this session. This question says that there are 3 urns ABC and which contain some black and red balls. So first urn have 4 red ball and 6 black ball. So total you notice that 10 balls are there. So this is about the urn A. For urn B, 5 red ball and 5 black ball, total 10 balls. Now this is about C. Here you have lambda red ball and 4 black ball, 4 black balls. Okay, now respectively. So here total balls is lambda plus 4. One of the urn is selected. So now we consider all the urns. Selection of all the urns are equally likely. So therefore one urn out of 3 you can select in 1 by 3 ways. So since there are 3 urns, any one you can select and the probability of selecting the urn is 1 by 3 because urns are equally likely. If the ball on one ball is drawn, if the drawn ball is red, so first of all you drawing the red ball. So what is the drawing the red ball? What is its probability? So we choose the bag one and from the bag one we get the red ball. We choose second and from the second we are getting the red ball. We can choose the third bag and from the third bag we are getting the red ball, lambda by lambda plus 4. So this is the total probability by which we can select the red ball. So if you take 1 by 3 outside, so it will be 4 plus 5, 9 by 10 plus lambda times of 3 lambda plus 4. So this is the probability of selecting the red ball. So if one ball is drawn and that is red, and the probability that it is drawn from the urn C is 0.4. So that means probability of the urn C on the basis that the chosen ball is red, which is same as by Bayes theorem, probability of C choosing the third urn into probability of red ball from the third urn divided by total probability, that is probability of R, red ball. So this is from the Bayes theorem, So now here we should put probability of C, third urn, and lambda by lambda plus 4. Probability, total probability 1 by 3 times of 9 by 10 plus lambda by 3 into lambda plus 4. Okay, now so this 1 by 3 cancel out. According to the question, this value is given as 0.4, lambda by lambda plus 4 and into this 1 by 9 by 10 plus lambda 3 into lambda plus 4. So when you simplify this one, you are getting 0.4. After simplifying, you will get lambda is equal to 6. But the question has not ended here. The question says that then the square of the length of the side of the largest equilateral triangle inscribed in the parabola. So now your parabola is known here. It is y square, then lambda is 6x. So this is our parabola. So this is right-handed parabola. This is right-handed parabola. So now we have one right-handed parabola. Its equation is y square equal to 6x. Here we have to construct one equilateral triangle with one vertex is at the origin. Its one vertex is at the origin. So now this angle should be, because triangle will be the equilateral, so this angle should be 30 degree. I consider this hypotenuse is L, so point of this I can consider as L cos 30 degree comma L sin 30 degree. So now L cos 30 degree is L by L root 3 by 2. Sin 30 is half L by 2. Now this point is present here. So L by 2 whole square, which is equal to 6 times of L root 3 by 2. So now it is L square by 4. Then we have 6L root 3 by 2. 2 cancel 3. And from here 1L cancel out. So you have 1L. L is equal to 12 root of 3. So what is L square? 12 into 12, and then you have 3. So 144 into 3. 432 will come. Let me check the calculations. Yes, calculations is correct. So this is the square of the side of the equilateral triangle. So now we already completed the section B of shift 2 2023 January paper. Okay, now next we are going to solve the another paper in the next class. Till then, bye, have a nice day.